in through text. If anything, text me.
Yeah, we should be live. And absolutely, I will do that. What's up, chat? Welcome to SolidCast episode 53. I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody's preparing themselves for a great Christmas. Gotta love Christmas. I'm with my man, Jay Medina.
Yo.
And Jay Medina is going to specify some great news that's, he's been working hard at behind the scenes. A lot of people have been asking questions about this and requesting when we're going to get certain things and certain features. So I'll let Jay Medina break it down for you.
All right, people. So happy to be here, y'all. I'm glad that you are all here with us. And first things first, we put the show on Spotify. Okay, we got the show on Spotify. We got the show on Google Podcasts. We got the show on iTunes. So if you can't catch the SolidCast live, if you want to listen to it at work or on the train, and you don't want to, use all your data or waste your battery with the video on YouTube, you already know what to do. Get on iTunes, get on Spotify, get on Google Podcasts, and that's where we're at. You can catch us there any day of the week, which is awesome news. Also, almost every episode, we kind of run out of podcasts. We kind of run out of topics to talk about. So what me and Blaze talked about was let's create a channel to where people can contact us and be a part of the show. Right. So if you want to be a part of the show moving forward, you can email us. We have an email address, and we want you to send us your comments, your thoughts, your concerns, your ideas, your corrections. If we said something super wrong in the last episode, you could drop it in the YouTube comments like you do sometimes, or you could just email us. What's the email, people? Listen up and listen good. thesolidcast@gmail.com. I'll repeat, thesolidcast@gmail.com. Yo, Blaze, what's that email?
thesolidcast@gmail.com. And I'm going to put in the chat for you so there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Put in the chat for you guys. So listen, every week, if you guys, like I said, if we said something that you guys disagree with or you thought we were wrong completely, you can, hit us up in that email. If you got any questions or any ideas, listen, we want to hear
any
from
topics.
You guys. Topics, shoot us in the email and we'll address it the next show.
The very first thing that we're going to be doing on the episodes from now on is your topics. So anything that you want discussed on the show, anything, just drop it there, and that's the very first thing we're going to do. As soon as we talk about the games we played that week and all that kind of garbage, that's what we're going to go into before we dive into the topic. So, like I said, you want to be a part of the show, you don't have to drop $100 super chat. Just send us an email at thesolidcast@gmail.com. And Blaze, I think last week you were having some technical issues, and there was some super chats you missed. So I think you got them all written down somewhere. Why don't you spit those super chats for the people before we get started?
Yeah, so again, guys, I gotta apologize for last week. Internet was completely out, and for the people that sent super chats or that were stuck on the last stream and they didn't realize we had a new stream up, I apologize, and I thank you guys for sticking with me. I want to thank Solid Rev for sitting there by himself and just, because he was sitting there kind of troubleshooting and just, doing a Q&A, and I know Rev hates Q&A. Oh, there he is in the chat. And I know he hates Q&As and shit. So I just want to give a big thanks to y'all and to Rev for holding it down. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for jumping around. I left the podcast up, which I wasn't going to do. I spoke to Solid Rev. He's like, yeah, we gotta clip the podcast, but I left it up. And Meds also clipped that podcast and put the audio file on Spotify and on iTunes and on Google Play. So that was dope of Meds as well. But yeah, let me get to these super chats. I'm not sure if there's somebody in the chat that says, hey, you missed mine. I got a few here that I think, because I feel like we covered a lot of them. But here's the ones I missed. Rob Jones, $5 euro. He said, glad I caught the show. Blaze 4K, Rev. Hope you guys are doing good and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Appreciate you, Rob Jones. And then Prisoner, what was that? Prisoner? No, we read that. And Mo Chocolate, he said, I was at the Game Awards. It was amazing. And then Mike Warner with the 5 said, if SolidCast was a movie, it would be Alpha Dog, Rev being Johnny, with Blaze being Elvis. LOL. That's funny as hell, too. And then Wizard23 with the $2 says, dodging with the left analog was such a silly idea. Couldn't agree more. If anybody I missed, and Cassie Cage already addressed with you. She left a super chat. She says for Blaze's internet, what's up, Rev? So yeah, now that we've gotten all the missed super chats out the way, and like I said, if there's anybody out there that thinks I missed something, just let me know.
Yeah,
and I got you guys. I want to start off with this topic because this topic, I was scrolling through Twitter.
Wait, but hold on though, Blaze. You played any games this week?
I have, and thank you for Meds. Meds just saved me, bro. And
why don't you tell the people what you played this week?
This week, I've played nothing but Need for Speed, and a little bit of Witcher 3. I tried to play the Witcher 3 next gen version on PC, and I crashed. As soon as I would turn on ray tracing, I would completely crash. I shut off ray tracing, I would still crash. So I went on Twitter. That's what us gamers do. We get frustrated, we run to Twitter, run our mouths, right? But so Witcher 3 put out a patch yesterday.
Okay.
I downloaded the patch, I got on. Everything's working fine. It's troubling to see that The Witcher 3 ran at 120 FPS maxed out, and now this new version, is having, I'm barely above 60 FPS, and that's with DLSS on. It's crazy. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on. It's not, and I don't have none of the RT features on. None of that. No global illumination, no RT reflections. But I want to say this about The Witcher 3, man. The Witcher 3 reminded me what a fucking incredible experience that game. Like that game, I was just playing Blood and Wine, and like the music's hitting, and you're just seeing, bro, The Witcher 3 is literally GOAT status. Like I'm gonna go on a limb here and just say The Witcher 3 is the greatest game of last generation. For me.
I thought you were going to say of all time. Jeez. Okay. Carry on.
Yeah. I mean, listen, don't let me say that. But that's how much The Witcher 3 is incredible, people. Like, I beat that shit on PC. I loved every moment of it. But it took me multiple times. I stalled out on PS4. I stalled out on PS4. I stalled out on PC. I started dabbling with mods. I sat there. I was patient. I listened to the dialogue. Ended up falling in love. The Witcher 3, one of the greatest games of all time. And then, I've been playing a lot of Need for Speed, a lot of it online, enjoying myself, customizing cars, playing online with the guys strictly. Really dope game, really dope experience, especially the multiplayer portion of it. But Meds, what have you been playing? If you've been playing anything.
To be honest, I am a fraud, so I have not been playing much, but I have played a couple games. One, I've been playing for the most part. This is the game I played the most. Pokemon Legends Arceus. I think I talked about this a few weeks ago. Not much to report. It's the best Pokemon game that came out this year because that Scarlet and whatever they're called, they're dog shit. Listen, if you want a good Pokemon game this year, that's not the same fucking Pokemon game that you've been playing since 1998. Play Pokemon Legends Arceus because it has a cool. It's not an open world. I wouldn't say it's more like Borderlands where it's a hub world kind of situation going on. But you see the Pokemon running around in the world. You get to like aim the Pokeballs and throw them at them. Like it's a lot more interactive, and the way that you fill out the Pokedex is a lot more involved. And I just find it a lot more enjoyable than the typical Pokemon formula that, has been so stagnant for such a long time. And I say this as a huge Pokemon fan. I know Rev is fucking losing his mind right now. But I'm a huge Pokemon fan, and I actually love the Pokemon formula. But you know what? I'm over 30 now. I think I'm over it. But this Pokemon Legends Arceus shit, it's scratching that itch. So I'm happy for that game. And outside of that, just swinging the axe a little bit on Persona 5 on Xbox. Still playing that game. That game is long as fuck. I don't think I'm going to finish it within the next 3 months, honestly. But I'm going to keep working at it because it's great fucking game. Great fucking game. Even though, honestly, maybe I should go faster because that Persona 3 is
So this is the latest Pokemon game you're playing?
No. This is the one that came out earlier in the year. This game, I think, came out in February or January.
Okay.
Yeah, the latest Pokemon games are the ones you stepped away, so you didn't hear me. But the latest Pokemon games are basically the same formula, but leveled up. I guess I don't think it's leveled up. I think it sucks. But anyway, yeah, Pokemon Legends Arceus. That's where it's at. Persona 5, and also there's some game that dropped on Game Pass called Soccer
Like,
Story.
oh,
Soccer Story, and it's basically an RPG, like literally just like a Super Nintendo RPG, except there's a lot of soccer in it, and it's fucking incredible. It's really awesome. It's very it doesn't take itself too seriously, which I really enjoy. And actually, you know what? I was almost done with the topic, please, but I got one more thing I gotta say. So a few months ago, I saw my boy Fratanga playing this game on stream, and it caught my interest back then. And I played a little bit, and honestly, I thought it was really dope, but it didn't hook me. But during the Game Awards, they announced that a mobile version came out, and I downloaded it on the spot when they said that it came out. And let me tell you, bro, Vampire Survivors on mobile is so fucking fire. Yo, if you don't know about Vampire Survivors, get in tune. Buy that shit on Steam, buy it on Xbox. It's literally $5. And if you have Game Pass, it's on Game Pass as well. And if you have a phone, which I'm sure you do, it's free on mobile, and it's fucking heat. Play Vampire Survivors. I know that if you go look it up and you watch a video, you're going to be like, Meds, what the fuck are you talking about? This game looks like shit. But if you play the game, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't let the graphics fool you. The game is flames, absolute flames.
man,
So
hold it down, man. Hold it down, bro.
so yeah, keep it low, please. Yeah, Vampire Survivors, that's where it's at. And yeah, that's where I'm at. You were gonna mention about the topics. Were we gonna talk about that fuckboy, that streamer guy?
Oh my gosh, bro. We can get into it.
Let me set the table real quick. Let me set the table real quick.
Go ahead.
All right, so we're gonna discuss this guy, but then after that, this is, by the way, people, this is the last episode of the year.
Right.
After this, we're not doing one next week. We're not doing one the week after that, okay? Because next week is Christmas. The week after that is New Year's. So we'll see you guys in 2023. So because of this, we're gonna give you guys a little bit of a 2022 recap after we discuss the basically one topic we've got. Okay, so get ready for that. We're gonna discuss the best games of the year, the worst games of the year, and that's basically the episode. So yeah, Blaze, take it away.
So yeah, I'm scrolling on Twitter and I see Ash and Luca. Shout out to Ash and Luca. I see she had wrote something like, you you have no sympathy with a piece of shit. And then I seen Rev comment, wow, what a shit bag.
Rev commented on that too?
Yeah,
okay.
Everybody was on that shit. And I was like, who the fuck is this guy? So I click it and he's just, I can't believe what I'm hearing. I'm like, dude, there's no way. He's got to be doing this to get fucking clicks or something. So he basically, you guys know what's up. You guys, if you guys don't, I'll briefly cover it. A girl comes in the chat that he knows. He's spoken to on Discord, right? He's told this girl supposedly, I don't like, you coming in the room and bringing, sob stories or anything to ruin the mood. You know what I mean? It's fucking Friday, like don't ruin my mood type shit, shit like that. So he claims that he had an understanding with this individual. So she knew not to say it. So Meds, I believe he asked, how you doing? And she replies.
He asked her where she's been because she had been missing for a little while.
Okay. So that right there, she dude, right there says it all. She's been missing for a little while. And once she gives her reason that, her mom had died, that, just put the pieces together, people. Yo, somebody goes missing for a week. The next time you spoke to him, oh, my mother passed away. And the fucking first thing out of your mouth is like, dude, you're fucking up my stream. You're fucking up my Friday mood. Are you fucking kidding me? Listen, you know how simple it is to just say, listen, he claims he's a fucking asshole and all this shit. Cool, so am I. But there's no way I'm going to look at, especially somebody in my chat that I see every day. I don't give a fuck if it's a new subscriber. There's no reason to cover that. All you have to do is briefly, hey, man, I'm so sorry for that, man. My condolences. I hope you have a better week. I hope, I'm, stick by the chat, stick by the stream. You can get some good, I hope you, whatever. It's fucking pathetic. And then when I watch the recap, and I'll have Meds cover that portion of it, it's just unacceptable for that man to say what he did to that individual. I don't understand how anybody could talk to, like, there's no reason for it. If you don't want to talk about it, then don't even fucking say it. Just scroll by it. There's comments I see all the time, like, I want to say something, but I just don't. Or I see, it's just there's no reason for it. Meds, your thoughts, bud?
Well, on this, man, honestly, I wish we need to make some improvements to the podcast. Honestly, I think we could have flipped like at least a little 30-second segment and added it so that people see what the hell's going on.
I mean, I could.
Yeah. But essentially this guy berated his somebody who's a member of his stream, somebody who obviously is a regular viewer, and just shat on her in front of everybody, humiliated her, like something that you shouldn't do, especially when they just went through something so traumatic. By the way, Blaze, let's get Strictly in here.
Yeah, I'm working.
And yeah, just behaved in a way that I can't imagine anyone behaving this way. Like who does this, right? And I think it brings into question, I think it brings a bigger topic into question, like what is a streamer's job? What should a streamer do and or say in these kinds of situations? And also as a person who's just a person in the chat, like is that like some sort of etiquette that you should follow? Like what's proper chat etiquette? Like let's talk about it. Like honestly, I didn't think the lady did anything wrong. He asked her a question. She answered the question. It's not like she kept harping on it over and over and over again. She said what she said, and that was it. And he just berated her. I don't know, man.
But he says it's not my job to to go to be your fucking counselor, basically.
No, and it's not. But she didn't ask you to be. She didn't ask him
for
fucking advice or anything like that, dude. The only thing that he had to do was just not completely shit on her. Because at this point, it's like, Blaze, I hate the question, how you doing? Because it's he said that in the video. He said, if somebody asks you how you doing, you either say good, fine, and that's it. You should never say anything else other than that. And honestly, I kind of agree with that, but at the same time, I don't. Because if you don't want to know how people are doing, don't ask them. Which is why when people pull up, I see somebody, I don't ask them how they're doing. Because honestly, what he said is true. I don't want to know. I don't care. Because like, unless you're doing well, I don't have 10 minutes to talk about why you're not doing well. Honestly, I don't. So when I see somebody, I'm like, yo, good to see you today, man. Good morning. That's it. I say, good to see you. I'm happy to see you today. I don't ask you how you're doing because, listen, maybe you're not doing well today, and I don't have time to talk about why you're not doing well. But I'm not going to ask you that question. But if you ask that question, you have to be prepared to get an answer that you weren't expecting. Maybe somebody's having the worst day of their fucking life. And you know what? Maybe you're the 10th person that asked them that day how they're doing, and they told the first 9 that they were fine. But they trusted you. They had some sort of relationship with you. So they said, you know what? I'm not fine. And for you to respond that way is insane. Is insane. What up, Strictly? How you doing, my brother?
What up, man?
I actually want to know the answer to that question. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing well, man. How about y'all? How y'all doing?
Straight,
Chat, what up, man?
Good, man?
Doing better now that you're here, my man. How you? I mean, let's get it, man.
Hey, Strictly, you look real crispy with that. Is that the new cam?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. I literally just hooked it up before, man.
Did you see this whole video, Strick, that we were talking about?
Yeah, I seen it. Me and I was actually smiling. I was on backstage because I know Blades, when he was talking, he was probably like, when I said send leak, he was probably like, man, this is gonna be a good conversation. Because it's funny because I kind of disagree with everybody, man. I mean, well, let me say this: I disagree with everybody at first, because I mean, even though I'm not saying I'm insensitive to what he was responding to, but I understand from like a stream etiquette type thing, his frustration with that. You know what I'm saying? And again, I really don't want to sound like I'm insensitive to a person's, a family member dying. I forgot. I think it was a mother, correct?
Yeah.
So I don't want to. I definitely my intent is not to sound insensitive to it, but like if you streaming, you know what I'm saying, and you vibe right, you're real hype, you know what I'm saying, and then someone comes in your chat, with some heavy news like that, and you don't really expect it. Not everyone is going to respond the way you think, but I do think he could have responded a little bit better. I think he didn't have to be too, so harsh about it. But at the end of the day, I can understand where he was coming from with that or feeling that way. Again, I think the delivery could have been better, but
you're not saying anything that's like, out of
yeah. But I will say this: when Blaze mentioned it wasn't his first time, so when he mentioned that wasn't his first time, not something like that had happened, then now I'm kind of
Well, he said that the girl had done that in the past, but then when I heard him when he elaborated on that, he said that like a year and a half ago she mentioned something bad that happened to her, and it's like, bro, a year and a half in between incidents, that doesn't necessarily make you a repeat offender in my book. You know what I mean?
I mean, yes and no. Like, I mean, because even though it's a year and a half, like literally, it doesn't really feel like a year and a half. You know what I'm saying? So it probably didn't feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit, like, and I hate to feel like that, but when stuff like that happens, it seems like it feels like it's like 10 weeks or something.
Can we get a listen? I don't know how big when I first viewed his video, I was just assuming he's one of these big dudes on stream.
He's not big.
He's not big at all. When I went to his YouTube, he had like 100 followers and whatever. I don't care if you got 100.
YouTube,
yeah, whatever. And then YouTube's different from Twitch.
Yeah, because he's a Twitch guy, really.
He's a Twitch guy, so that's his prime. So I don't know how many followers he got, but for him to say that it derails his chat, man. Like, listen, I was just talking to Cassie and Mez about this, and whatever y'all are in the chat right now talking about, you guys are having separate conversations along with having conversations with the podcast. You're engaging in the podcast, and then there's sub conversations going on. And like, I don't care what you guys talk about. I'm not over here moderating the show. You guys can't be talking about football during my show. Like, listen, nothing. The whole derailed is just, I don't get it, man. Because again, if you don't want to say anything, you can just skip over that comment.
Yeah,
you can hit her up later.
Blaze, now, you know who derailed the chat? He derailed the chat.
I do agree.
He derailed the chat.
I do agree with that. Like my whole disagreement, I guess, but not really everybody would disagree, is why he should have felt that way. Now, like I said, from the beginning, he could have handled that better. Like me personally, I'm gonna just say, if I don't feel like acknowledging it, I'm probably not. But again, it depends on. I hate to say it like this, but it really depends on a person. Because if you got 500 people in your chat or 200, like, you're not paying attention to every single little comment. But like people that you really know, you know what I'm saying? Like if somebody like that, you're probably gonna end the podcast right then and there, depending on again who it is and stuff like that. So agree again, man. I think he could have handled it better. And like I said, if it was me, man, I either wouldn't say nothing or I'd say, hey, my condolences, or again, it depends who it is.
Now, because that's what I was gonna ask you. Because because I know Med streams here and there. Well, you used to. And I know Strictly streams here and there, and he used to too. But the thing is, Strictly, if Strictly got 50 people in his chat, let's say, it don't matter the number. Say there's 1,000. Strictly is not going to be that much of a fucking asshole and tell somebody like, yo, you're fucking bugging, you're out of control for saying that in my chat. Like, he would never like you gotta be a real piece of shit to come off that way, bro. That's all I'm saying. You gotta
facts. It's a perception. It's the perception.
Yeah. And again, it doesn't. You don't need to be nobody's therapist. We don't need to spend the next 10 minutes in the chat, discussing, how you're feeling. We don't need to do that. A quick condolences. Come hang out in the stream. We're gonna take your mind off this. That's all it takes.
That's what I definitely would have said something like that. Like either that or just, like if I skip over it or something, it's not to be rude. You just maybe not, want to just acknowledge, at that point in time. But, normally if something like that happened, I'm definitely, saying, hey, my condolences, man. I hope the stream could, make you feel better. If not, I hope, time passes by, whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying? But, I'm going to say something along those lines to kind of keep it moving.
Let me ask y'all something, and we can start off with Mez with this too. Do you think moving forward he gets canceled? Like, do you see him?
No. This guy probably got like 500 extra subs last night. People blow up over things like this. Honestly, the best thing that could have happened was just that nobody even discussed it. The fact that we're talking about it right now is probably going to make him a little bit more famous. You know what I mean?
That's a fact, man.
This is how it is.
That's just people just love to respond and stuff like that and give their opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because it's I can't think of the word, man, but polarizing. it's a very polarizing, you know what I'm saying, stream, because people are going to be very opinionated when it comes to these type of things, man. So you're always going to have that initial, 2 to 3 day, maybe a week period where it's just real popular. But then like a week later, man, it's just going to
It dies
die out.
out.
Yeah, no one's going to talk about it no more, and his stream's still going to be popping. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I don't think this affected him negatively at all.
yeah, I
No.
know that.
But
Muck, what up, yo?
I can't. I'm not in this chat to say if it's gonna affect his numbers or whatever. But the point I'm trying to say is like, what I would have a problem with personally, even though he said what he said, and I think he's a fucking piece of shit. Yeah. I would not. If people were trying to cancel him, that would bother me too. Honestly, it would bother me more than what he said. I hate the cancel culture. Like if they went and they went to Twitch and like, yo, whatever they tried to do, because people are fucking crazy. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I would hate if they went there and try to like cancel. I hate that I'm gonna cancel you. Like, yo, go cancel your fucking life, bro. Like I don't like that shit. Like the whole cancel culture shit. But listen, we covered it because I was really passionate about it. Especially I didn't know he had a response video. So not only
that was awful.
I didn't even see the response video.
Bro, his response video was terrible.
It was just checking the box. It was just checking the box.
Yeah. It wasn't even an apology, like, because and to be fair to him, he didn't call it an apology video, because he didn't call it an apology. He just said, "I'm addressing the people on Twitter," and he said he was sorry for speaking to her that way, but again, he doubled down on all that kind of stuff. Again, I don't know. I thought it was one of the worst response videos I've ever seen in my life, like straight up, like no exaggeration. It was awful. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I suggest you watch it later on. Strict and this guy's not very important, so after that we can never talk about this guy ever again. But yeah, it was terrible, and I like Blaze said, I don't want the guy canceled. I think make your money, do your streams, just do better next time. That's all. Do better next time.
Yeah, he definitely didn't do anything worth getting canceled over.
No.
Yeah. And you know what? From our perspective, he's saying, listen, his response video was like when he also said this in his response. The subscribers that are subscribed to me, they know who I am and what I do and what I stand by. They know they know I've always been this way. It's not a surprise. It's only a surprise to the individuals that are finding out about my channel right now, and they're viewing me and they think I'm a piece of shit. But this is who I am, and I've always explained this to my subs, and my subs know this and they understand this. So from that perspective, but
I could respect the transparency.
Yeah, the transparency is cool, but like his response video, like I thought he was a piece of shit watching the initial video, but once watching the response video, I said, "Wow, he really is a piece of shit." Like he died.
Yeah.
Like wow.
Yeah, I didn't watch the response video. So.
Yeah, bro.
It's really bad. It's really bad.
About the respect thing if it's that bad,
Bro, I almost did one of these. I was like, wow, this fucking guy, huh?
Like,
but listen,
bro, it has like 60,000 views and it has like 100 likes.
Right.
I don't have the extension to show the dislikes, but the dislikes have to be in the thousands because there's negative comments in the comment section that have like 10,000 likes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Listen, that's unfortunately some people blow up different ways. Hey, if he gets fame out of it, cool. If you don't, cool. This is the last time we're gonna speak about it personally. For me, I'm done with it. I just wanted to address
100%.
We always address certain different topics. We're not strictly gaming here. No pun intended, but
that guy is not us though.
Yeah,
definitely pun intended.
But like Med said, this is going to be the last show of the year, right? 2023 is coming. And listen, we're going to recap it. And I also want to say in the beginning of the year, if you go back 10, 15 episodes, you'll hear me crying, saying how dry it is. And, this year sucks for gaming. But I think I might change my tune a little bit. I think once I just started enjoying games for what they were, man. Like as a PlayStation fan, like this sounds fucking cliche. It might sound corny, but it's the truth, man. Like when these PlayStation games come out, they're at such a high quality, the standard is set. So when you get these third-party games that kind of just come and go, or they're hit and miss, and Game Pass fodder, whatever you want to call it, It's like I get soured out. I'm like, oh man, here we go. Or you see what you see what the developers want to push. Listen, pay attention. It's just like the news, man. You see what the news is gonna tell you what they want to tell you. Whatever they want to push is what you're gonna see. And unfortunately, that shit is dripped into gaming, and you're gonna see what you're gonna see. So I'll say this: 2022. Although I thought it started off slow and I thought it was going to be a shitty year, honestly, the Callistos, the God of Wars, the Horizons, the Elder Rings, and we're going to cover all the best and worst. Trust me, we are. Yep. I say it turned out to be a good year, man.
It was a pretty strong year. I mean, look, man.
Let's set the table.
Let's be honest. PlayStation carried the year, man. I mean, they pretty much carried the year. I mean, listen, third party really dropped the ball this year, bro. PlayStation definitely carried the year, bro. That's not even really debatable.
Meds don't think that.
Outside of Elden Ring, like is a third party game. Like no,
no, I just wanted to read the super chat, honestly. It was by you, so so shout out to you.
PlayStation carried they carried the year, bro. I mean, Last of Us remake, GT7, Sifu, Horizon Forbidden West. Hey, bro.
Wait, say that list again. I'm sorry.
God of Ragnarok.
This is PlayStation now.
Yeah, that's PlayStation. I mean, and some went to PC now. Like Sifu went to PC. There was something else that went to PC. I just can't think of it. But yeah, man, like all of that.
Everything, baby, everything. Eventually, everything.
So yeah, but for this conversation, hey, bro, like again, third party was like,
hey, hold up though, strict. Let's break it down into categories, right? Let's break it down.
Yeah.
But first, let me read your super chat because you were so gracious to donate $10 to the SolidCast. I need an invite, ho. Good evening, chat. Thanks for that, strict. But let's start off. Matter of fact, and you can kick it off, strict. Why don't you name your best games of the year? You can make it 3, you can make it 5, you can make it as much as you want. What were your best games of the year and why?
Best games of the year. Number 1 was Horizon Forbidden West.
Okay.
I want to say Sifu. Number 2. What else? GT7. Of course. Let me see. What Last of Us remake, and I'll say the Modern Warfare 2 campaign. Those are my top. Man.
You wanna like maybe elaborate a little bit? Why was Horizon number 1?
I mean, for the obvious, like
just say a little bit about each one.
I think first of all, I think Horizon Forbidden West was I think it was just the most complete game in a year for me. I've always followed the story, of course, man. Graphically, like we don't really need to go down the line of everything they did well. And again, man, they kind of set the standard from Horizon Zero Dawn to Forbidden West was a true sequel. So that's why I got that as number 1. Sifu is just straight up just phenomenal on all fronts, combat, the aesthetic, all of that, man. So, the beat 'em up game, and it wasn't no button masher either. So I really respected Sifu. Modern Warfare 2 campaign, just no specific order. Modern Warfare 2 campaign, I thought it was just extremely immersive. You know what I'm saying? And they really that clean house mission from Modern Warfare 2019, and they use that as a template for Modern Warfare 2 for the most of the missions. Hence why you've seen a lot of close quarter combat. So GT7. Listen, I'm not even a huge racing guy, but GT7 again, another extremely immersive game, man. That cockpit view was crazy.
I wasn't talking to you during that time. You put a lot of time. You put substantial.
I think I put like 250 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Actually, it's in when I put my top 5 games on Twitter the other day. It's in the comments, and I think it was like 237, 240, somewhere around, give or take.
God damn.
Yeah, bro. Listen, I was going. Listen, I was on that joint heavy, bro. Heavy. You know what I'm saying? So I was doing like the little daily mile limit, so where you get the little rotator.
I'm impressed. I didn't know.
Yeah, man. I put hella time in that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. There was and Last of Us remake. I mean, obvious reasons. It's the Last of Us. Y'all already know, man. Probably after Metal Gear Solid, my top favorite IP. And I mean, it's Naughty Dog, you know what I'm saying? So they just redid one of her favorite games, man. So that was obviously going to be in there. So, man, yeah, I thought it was a pretty strong year, man. And again, I just think PlayStation really did their thing.
That's all 4 PlayStation games that were at least surrounded by Sifu was like attached to PlayStation.
Yeah.
Wow.
Blaze, why don't you kick it off?
Yeah.
Why don't you continue that?
I don't know if I can put in particular order between these two, and first of all, I didn't hear Strictly say God of War, but listen,
I mentioned God of War, just wasn't in my.
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, man. I gotta finish it though. I can't.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it could possibly change in the future, but
that's very true. Yeah, I had Elden Ring, and listen, Elden Ring's one. It's got to be one for me. I gave God of War my game of the year just because of the pure quality and the story and everything that comes with that type of a game and experience. But Elden Ring for me is number one. It was just, I remember the first time playing the game. I was lost in that world. I played that shit for like 10 hours straight, dude. I was just exploring. I didn't know which direction to go to. Yeah. A lot of trials and tribulations. I've died 1,000 times. Like, I'm not these people that say, I beat this. Listen, I died a bunch of times. I was exploring everywhere. And again, you guys know the whole, I'm not going to get into like, I had the game early. I had no guides. I couldn't really ask anybody for help. So I was literally traveling and dying. And that game was just, but everywhere I went, I found a new area, and it was just so, listen, people say Elden Ring's not a pretty game. I don't know why. They just, the art design, the level design is what's beautiful about the game. Like y'all just see, I don't understand what y'all see, but like
I thought it looked ugly as hell. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Shit, bro. That's crazy, Shrek. I'm gonna send you a microfiber for your glasses, bro.
I think it looked terrible, man.
Wow, that's crazy, Shrek.
Wow. Yeah, that's surprising because terrible is a strong word.
Terrible?
I think it looked terrible. I mean, but to be fair, when did Elden Ring come out? When was it?
March. It might have been February.
The same day, like a day after Horizon.
Horizon, right? Okay, so I bring that up because it's like, look, man, when you go from Horizon to Elden Ring, like that's probably why. Like I went from Horizon Forbidden West on PlayStation 5 to Elden Ring. You know what I'm saying? That's like, again, arguably one of the best looking games ever. You know what I'm saying? I know that it changes and all that, but that game was beautiful, so that probably played a part in that, if I'm being honest. Okay,
so you're saying, all right, I'll continue my list, but what he's saying is basically he got fucked by seeing something first, and then when he's seen the second game, Strictly's looking at it like this: 2 open world games. One, like, what's the problem? He's seen. I get it. I understand what you're saying.
And I don't like the mid, like you
don't like medieval.
I don't like medieval.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
So, already. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I'm not hating. I just don't like it.
Okay.
So look, Elden Ring is my number one, followed by God of War. After that, I know it's a new game and I just started playing it, but honestly, like I already got 80 hours.
Need for Speed, right?
Need for Speed is going in that slot, bro.
I knew you were going to put that there. Okay.
It's going in my slot. And then, fuck, what else? Like, I'm trying to think what else came out, bro.
Dude, you didn't play Sifu, though, right?
I didn't, because I was playing Elden Ring. I was playing Dying Light. I'm sorry. That's what I played. Been there, done that, bro. Beautiful. Been there, done that. I can't put that in my... Come on, man. Listen, Elden Ring, God of War. I'll throw Need for Speed. I'm missing something right now. Whatever. But those 3 games, I'm having a lot of fun with. I don't care what you look at it. Oh, Need for Speed. But listen, I don't give a fuck what you guys say. It's about me. It's my list. I'm having fun with it. The game is gorgeous. I'm having fun playing online, offline.
Need for Speed is fire, bro.
Absolutely. So those are my 3 games. Those 3 games I put a lot of time in, and I'm enjoying the hell out of them. With that being said, Meds, I don't know. You play a lot of Game Pass fodder. You play a lot of mediocrity. So let's hear your list.
All right, cool. So Strictly's gonna hate my list, and a lot of people in the chat are gonna hate my list. But here's my list, and this is in no order, honestly. This is just the top 5. Forget the order, okay? So number 1. And again, this is not number 1 rank. This is the first one I'm mentioning.
No, you gotta rank it. You said we gotta rank it.
I'm not ranking it. No, we never said we had to rank it. This is just your 5. It doesn't have to be a 5 through 1, just 5. Or it could be 3 or 4. It doesn't matter. Okay, so MLB The Show 2023. MLB The Show is really fucking fun. I haven't liked baseball in like 15 years. I used to love baseball growing up. I played Little League baseball. I moved to the Bronx when I was a little boy, and the Yankees won the World Series in 96, and they did it again in 98, 99, 2000. So I was all about baseball. Like baseball was life in the late 90s. And I just fell completely out of love with it for damn near 20 years. And baseball came back into my life fucking because of MLB The Show 2023. And I adore that game. I played a little bit of online with Blaze. I handed him a few L's. He handed me a few L's.
I retired you. Keep it a buck. I retired you.
You didn't retire me. We just haven't played since then. But I'm down to keep playing. You have not retired me because I enjoy the game a lot. So even if you're fucking smacking the fuck out of me in the game, we could keep playing the game because I really enjoy the game.
Hey man, believe me and Blaze were getting them races, and he know what time it is.
You retiring, Blaze? You see?
He ain't doing
but
that.
Yeah, man, you ain't retired. You ain't retired nobody, bro. I'm still on it. I'm still on it. Okay, so moving on. Pokemon Arceus, like I mentioned earlier, Pokemon Arceus, the best Pokemon game that came out this year, changes up the formula. Pretty graphics by Switch standards. Cool new mechanics. Cool new unique Pokemon that are only in the game. So definitely gotta give big ups to Pokemon Arceus. I already spoke about it enough earlier. Same thing, I already spoke about it enough earlier. Vampire Survivors. When it comes to pure gameplay, like people, not my favorite. It's not my favorite game of all time, but I think the greatest game that's ever been created is Tetris. Why? Because the gameplay is infinite. You'll never get bored of it. Me personally, I don't ever get bored of it. I could boot up Tetris right now and I can have a blast.
You have such a crazy opinion.
And Vampire Survivors is pure bliss, pure gameplay. Bro, I don't play Sony games. Those are movies and they're garbage to me. I'm sorry, strictly. Yeah, Vampire Survivors, fire, just heat, just gameplay, bliss, incredible. And moving on, Triangle Strategy for fucking for Nintendo Switch. I pirated this. Full disclosure, I played this on PC, and incredible game. One of my favorite games of all time is Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, not the regular one, Advance. Fire. And I think this game just really reminds me of that game. Like Triangle Strategy, just heat. Play that. Like if you're into strategy games at all, play that on Switch or on your computer, which is exactly what you should do. And last but not least, again, this is gonna get farts in the chat, but listen, Fortnite Zero Build changed the entire Discord. Okay, I put all these guys into playing fucking Fortnite with no building in it, and these guys have to start playing it.
It is fire.
Like I know it's not a game, but a new mode that changed the entire game, and like none of my friends liked this game until this mode came into the game. And now, and now that this game mode is in the game, it's heat. I've dropped it since then, but I put like at least 100 hours of Fortnite in this year, and I had a blast the entire time. So definitely those are my games. And if you don't like it, ET's 8 inches.
-3. Now listen, Meds, your list is fucking incredible, bro. Love your list. Listen, bro. The only thing I'm mad about in your list, bro, is Fortnite, bro. That shit don't deserve to be there. That shit's been out for so long, bro.
I guess. I mean, listen, I didn't play a lot of 2022 games this year, to be honest. Like, those are the only new games that I played this year. I missed a lot of the stuff that came out on PlayStation, and I didn't play pretty much anything that came out this year. I thought this year was kind of mid, honestly.
You know what about Fortnite? When I started jumping in the Discord with Strictly, this motherfucker was playing Fortnite like every day. I'm like, and I was playing with him, bro. He was really good at it, like really good at it. And that's all he was playing. So like he understands that completely. Trust me. The building aspects of Fortnite pushed everybody away. But once they got rid of that, people like, especially you put a dry month in the way and say, hey, no build, like people are gonna
put crazy hours because it was definitely dry, especially for multiplayer.
Yeah.
And so we was just like we was putting in crazy time. Like, you know,
you were nice at that shit, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. I just like I said, it was a no build, man, and you know it was fair game with the with the
Microtransactions. Let's keep it a
weapons.
buck, man. You guys,
And microtransactions, man.
them shits are fire.
Every day we was
Yeah.
getting something in the store. Slow mo too. Slow mo already know. Me, you,
Bro,
and
when
slow mo,
Goku
man.
came out, oh my god.
Me, Blaze, and slow mo might be the worst people when it comes to microtransactions, bro.
Yeah. Oh, is slow mo really bad with that too?
But slow mo be getting everything too. Don't get it twisted. You know?
Oh,
So, but yeah, man. Like for Fortnite, man. I mean, it was fire, bro. And we seen different, and we seen like different seasons too. You know, they had like the Marvel joint, and then of course they had Dragon Ball Z and just
I
a
heard
bunch
Dragon
of
Ball killed it. I heard people got away from when they did the whole Hadouken shits.
People weren't liking the Kamehameha thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that was the listen, chat. If you're confused, again, I'll repeat this. This is the best games of this year. I know you might be confused after hearing a few. This is the best
Hear
game
from me, huh?
right? So, with that being said, Meds,
Yeah.
let's transition to the worst games. Like
So the worst games. Okay.
any games you played that you thought they were bad. You invested time or a little bit of time, or you bought, or you played on Game Pass. You're like, wow, this game sucks. I was looking for it. And I got a couple of mine myself, but let's start off with Meds.
Can I mention games that I didn't play because they looked like they sucked?
Sure.
Because honestly, if a game looks like it sucks, I just don't play it. So I don't play a lot of bad games.
I kind of feel the same way. Like,
yeah,
if I seen a game that just looked terrible to me, then there's no point.
Yeah, because like I don't have 5 bad games that I played to tell you because I just didn't play them because they look bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I'll just name them. Okay, real quick. Number 1, Scorn. That game, I watched. He's probably in the chat. You know him, Dismal Dave. I watched Dismal Dave play that entire game on fucking Discord one day, and he owes me money. He owes me my 5 hours back. That game was so whack, bro. It was whack. There was fucking dicks coming out of the wall. Like the performance wasn't popping like that. Like the graphics weren't good. That game was an absolute complete waste of time. When people use what's that? Game Pass fodder. That's Game Pass fodder. That shit was ass. I want nothing to do with that game. All right, that's number 1. 2, Saints Row. That shit looked mid as hell. Honestly, again, I'm sorry, Strick.
You ain't gotta say sorry.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
That shit was definitely like a lot of bugs and shit, bro. Like it was fun, but Jesus, bro. Like so, it deserved to be on that list specifically for the state it launched in. So please don't apologize.
All right. Well, yeah. Like I don't have a lot to say on it. I did watch a lot of videos on it. It just looked like it lost the entire essence of what Saints Row is supposed to be. Yeah. And I don't know. And they folded the freaking developer into another developer now. Like they basically laid everybody off without laying everybody off. So that goes to show you what happened.
I mean, Meds, they did. I know how you said it's not Saints Row. I feel like Saints Row has always been wacky, over the top craziness, and I feel like they did that in that game. But
but in a PC kind of way, like it was diluted. It was
for sure
pacified. Okay, and then what's Gotham Knights? Gotham Knights. The thing is, honestly, I don't think it's a bad game because I actually did play a little bit of that game. I don't think it's bad. It's just uninspiring. It lacks character. It lacks anything special about it. I don't know. It's mediocre. I wouldn't say the word bad, just mediocre.
Gotcha.
And what else? Honestly, what else do I got? Honestly, I think that's it. I don't think we've had like such terrible games this year. To be honest, I thought it was a pretty good year. Like you said, I came into this year thinking it was going to suck balls, but I don't think so. Oh, you know what? Last one. I thought Callisto Protocol was pretty whack too. But yeah, I'll let you guys continue from now.
Strictly because a lot of the games. A lot of the games.
I like some of the ones I mentioned. Yeah.
But yes and no.
I'm sorry, Strick.
No, yes and no. You like all right, Strick. Go ahead. Give us your worst games list. Go ahead.
I mean, my worst games list definitely had no intentions on playing Scorn. It looked terrible, completely boring. Xbox dropped the ball again. Just there was no point in me getting that. That's number one. I say number two. I'll say I want to say Saints Row getting the L on that one. You know what I'm saying? It was a fun game, man, but to release in the state that it released is simply unacceptable. I don't care if I like the game or not. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely catching an L and being put on the list for me. Even though I played it, you know, I did
And beat it.
beat it. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't have no desire to go back because they just took too long, and I just don't. I hate when these publishing developers do that. Let me see what else. What I say? Scorn, Saints Row. There was a couple games that you mentioned that I want to bring up. I can't. Oh, you know what? Court of the Lamb. Court
okay.
of the Lamb. That shit looked boring as hell.
Okay.
It looked like it just no. It looked boring. I think most of the people that was talking about it on Twitter, most of them wasn't playing that bullshit. So that they just wanted to kind of get on the bandwagon and be a part of the conversation, et cetera, et cetera. Some people, not everyone. There were some people. I know Cassie really played that, BAM and stuff like that. But most people just did not. I know most people didn't like that shit. Check the Yomi is another one. I had no desire. I did play it. I started.
What's this?
Check to Yomi. That was Game Pass stuff.
Yeah. I literally downloaded it. I played like the first 10 minutes. Was like already. I don't even need to play anymore to know I didn't want to play that. Outside of that, man, I would have to say Gotham for sure. Very mediocre, super lazy. It looked terrible. I still don't have no desire to get it.
Anybody want to call out with it? No, all right, never mind.
Trash, straight trash.
Trash.
That's it. That's just the honest truth. But I'll say, that's pretty much my 5 games, man. There was something else I was gonna say, but I forgot what it was.
Oh, never mind.
All right, good list. Honestly, Strictly's list literally mirrors my list. Cult of the Lamb, people are fucking sucking off the developer and atting them. Get that shit out of here, bro. That shit, like really think about what you're doing in that game, bro. Running around is a fucking, recruit. Like, man, anyway. All right, then the next one, Gotham Knights. Horrible game. Listen, I felt bad because Rev bought it on PS5, and I was talking shit, and I'll give him this. He's like, Blaze, play that shit on your OLED and tell me that shit looks bad. I said, Rev, come on, bro. So I downloaded it. I stopped playing it. Listen, I took some screenshots in photo mode. That shit does not look bad. It looks really good. But the game itself, the core foundation of the game is dull, boring. The fucking bike spawns out of it. It was just whack. I just did not. I had no desire to push through that game, and I wanted to because Rev game shares now. I'm like, damn, he bought it, and I felt like I wanted to. Like, I'm like, you know what? Me and Rev got similar takes, and if Rev likes it, I'm probably gonna like it. But I wasn't in the mood to play that type of a game.
Let me ask you, do you think the game looked good just in photo mode? Because you're a big photo mode person.
You know what I'm saying? Looked great in photo mode.
That's what I'm saying. So you said that you were like the game looked better than what you thought it would. But is that because of the photo mode, or is that because you was legit playing and looking at the world like, oh shit, it looks good?
Listen, it looked good at moments.
It did. When you say at moments, you already know what that means. It's like,
when you spawn in and they got the city over there, like for real. Like there was some moments where I'm like, yo, that looked all right. Nah, for real, that shit looked all right. Nah, but the photo mode definitely helped with the contrast and shit. I know how to spice it up, make it look real nice. But
hey, that reminded me of deployment. That we just call it deployment goggles. When a woman used to she'd be like a 4 in the States. But you know what I'm saying? When there's
when you overseas.
Yeah, when you're overseas. So she ended up being like an 8 over because you're overseas so long and you don't see a girl for like a long time depending on where you at. And you're like, damn, you know what I'm saying? She kind of bad. Like that's how you that's how you are with Gotham Knights. You know what I'm saying?
Gotham Knights is definitely one. Saints Row, if we're putting it on the list, strictly fine. But I beat that game, and you know what? For what
you beat Saints Row,
I beat it. I beat
you.
I played co-op a little bit too. Like for what it was straight. It was straight. Like I don't think. Listen, you know what? I'm not putting Saints Row on the list. I beat the game. I had fun with the game. I didn't take it serious not one time. I hated a lot of shit. Yes, there were a lot of problems. I hated a lot of stupid things that they pushed in that game. But you know what? Overall, the overall experience was running around, blowing shit up, customizing cars. Like there was some positives with that game as well, you know. But anyway, Gotham Knights, and then Cult of the Lamb, and shit. I don't know what else to give it to. Honestly, what was horrible? What was really horrible this year, man? I know there's something that really fucking pisses me off that people were playing, but shit. I
mean, you were mad at us playing Fortnite,
bro. Because
Facts.
like, Fortnite.
Facts.
Listen, you know what it is when you see your 8-year-old asking you for V-Bucks every day. Dad, Fortnite. It's like, and then I come into Discord and I'm like, all right, let me get with my adult friends and play some games. And they're like, yo, Blaze, get on Fortnite. And I'm like, really? So it's just like, oh my God, it just turns me off. I'm like, come on, guys, really? Fortnite? Let's play Rogue Company, bro. Let's play Rogue Company. Yeah.
Man, don't even
that game is dead, bro. It's over. Give it up.
That shit is dead.
It's not dead. It has more players than Halo Infinite, bro.
Hey, that game's better than fucking Rogue Company.
Fortnite's better than Rogue Company.
No,
Fortnite is definitely better than Rogue Company.
Halo's better than Rogue Company, fool. That's what I'm saying.
Meds, is Rogue Company better than Fortnite? Yes or no?
No,
not even close.
Rogue Company's better or Fortnite?
No,
Fortnite is better than Rogue Company, and it's not close, Blaze. I said it very clearly there, right? You heard me very clearly there, right? It's much better than Rogue Company, brother.
Yo. Where's BG at, bro? Y'all don't know.
And I'm talking strictly no build mode. If you that shit is not for me, bro. I don't play that bullshit.
Definitely the no build mode.
Benji, help me out, Benji. Somebody out there.
Light years is better than this.
He likes Fortnite no build. He's one of the main ones we play with. What are you talking? He's not gonna back you up.
Yeah, it's called Rogue Company now because half the players are rogue from that goddamn game.
Anyway.
Oh man.
Anyway, y'all laugh it up, but yeah, Cult of the Lambs. Gotham Knights, and I guess I'll put Fortnite in there, right? But other than that, like I said, I jumped to conclusions. I thought it was a trash year, but it turned out to be a great year. Those are the games I could not stand, especially when the problem is too, you don't like the game, you're not interested. Oh, and Scorn, 100% Scorn. I got a review code for Scorn, people. Okay, I got a review code. I really tried, and I was gonna stream it too, but I played the first hour of myself before I streamed it just to try it out, just so I don't look. I like to stream a game before I go live, just so I don't look fucking stupid. Like I want to learn I want to see what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then I'll go live. It's just so I get a feel of what I'm doing. Anyway, bro, that shit was the most gotcha game ever. I thought it was gonna be more of a combat centric game, more of a combat heavy game. That game was completely the opposite. It was walk around, see a bunch of weird alien dicks coming out the wall, do a puzzle. The puzzles are so fucking. Listen. All right, maybe I'm fucking stupid, but 90% of people telling me these puzzles, they're sitting at these puzzles for fucking 1 hour, flipping things on. Like
it was just Kid Smooth stuck on a puzzle for like an hour and a half, bro.
Bro, it was ridiculous. Scoring 100% on that list, and maybe we're not giving it a fair shake, but fuck it, I don't got time to give it a fair shake. What's up, babe? Oh, my girl's in the room. What's up?
Yo, all right, cool. So Blaze is out of commission, but let's kick it over to the next thing. Strict. So let's bring it over and make it let's console war for a little bit. Let's give everybody a grade for the year. We could do Nintendo, Sony, and Xbox. Why don't you kick it off, Strict?
All right. I'll give an A to PlayStation. Yeah, they deserve A. Like I said, man, Sifu, Horizon, GT7, Last of Us Part 1, God of War, huge sleeper year. If I'm being honest with you, A for me with them. Nintendo, to be honest, I don't know. I don't even play Nintendo, so I can't necessarily give them a grade. Xbox, they delivered absolutely nothing this year.
Nothing.
So y'all know what their grade is. I mean, hey, that's just the reality of it, bro. But again, man, blame the fans, dog. Y'all when we don't hold these companies accountable, these publishers and developers, this is exactly what's going to happen. So
strictly, can I just say also, like, what's up, babe? My girl's interrupting me a fucking game. What's up, babe?
Oh man, I mean, listen, Strict. Give him the F then, bro. Give him the F. Put it out there.
Yeah, they have a straight F, man. F for failure. You know, like that. I mean, again, man, no first party output is terrible, man. I mean, it's straight terrible.
Oh, Drake, sorry. I don't because my
You're
listen,
good, man. It's good.
bro. Can we be real right now? Without PlayStation, what did this Xbox literally gave you 0? Okay, if your balls dropped years ago, Nintendo gave you 0. What do you really have?
Let me look. Oh, you know what? Let me bring this up. PlayStation and look, obviously, again, I gave PlayStation an A, but and I said this, you know, like a year ago, man, and it's like it's still true, man. Like PlayStation, we entering some real iffy times in gaming, bro.
I
mean, I mean, PlayStation is literally carrying gaming. I mean, the shit's crazy. I mean, and that's just a fact, bro. Like they carry the games, they're carrying us with single player games, and again, it's looking like multiplayer. You know what I'm saying? You see what we're going with, what we're dealing with COD releasing unfinished. Hey, man, listen.
Everything's unfinished. Fuck.
I mean, other than PlayStation,
that's AAA game. That's AAA gaming in 2022.
You know what I'm saying? Outside of PlayStation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they released all quality shit. Like you may not like the game because of preference. You know what I'm saying? But all of the titles released with the greatest quality, and it's gonna be the same with multiplayer. Literally about to be the same with multiplayer. You know what I'm saying? Warzone 2 is pretty fire, but look what it takes. Like outside of like COD and
I like Warzone 2, honestly. I do like Warzone
but
2.
The multiplayer is terrible. You know what I'm saying? So now look, what is everybody waiting on in regards to the multiplayer?
Factions, baby.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Who's
so
everybody?
It's just like
everybody.
The majority of people waiting on any type of
the 47 people who played factions.
Bro, shut up! It was not no 40. Left strictly finished, man. Damn.
Hey, and he going off of 20. He going off of like 2013 and shit. Like like now when a lot more gamers are playing multiplayer, you crazy. Factions is the number one multiplayer title everybody's looking forward to. So again, man, PlayStation, bro, they carrying gaming. It's a fact.
Strictly, listen, my PP's hard right along yours, bro. Now, Meds, you over here looking at me. You looking real fucking, looking like a sucker right now. Tell me what you got to say, bro.
Well, I mean, my grades, I'll get to that in a second. I just think it's funny. Strictly when he says everybody, he means him and his friends. That's what he's saying. I know you guys are looking forward to factions, but bro, factions is big amongst the people that we talk to. Like people don't fuck with factions like that. Like,
people are going to fuck with factions.
I think it'll be big, but I don't know.
And another part is
going to be super big. We'll see.
It is going to be super big because that shit going to be on PC also. A whole different.
We'll see.
A whole another set of games.
It's gonna be on PC, Meds. Day one, baby.
Yeah, it's gonna be PC.
I just think the term "everyone" is a little hyperbolic. That's all I'm saying. I'll play the game myself.
Bro, listen, that's you know what's crazy about that? I think it's false for not only what I just mentioned. Obviously, it's Naughty Dog, one of probably the best studio, along with Rockstar, and they have a whole partnership with Epic Games, bro. And Epic Games just so happens to be over Fortnite. Both are third person. So like that whole partnership is going to pay off when it comes to factions. Factions is going to be the number one multiplayer title.
Number one in what list?
And when it comes to multiplayer over the next
in its entirety.
So it's going to have more players than Call of Duty and Warzone?
No,
it's Fortnite?
No, it's definitely not going to have no more players than Call of Duty and Fortnite. You can't beat them at that point. But that's not even fair comparison.
So what's it number one?
But it can still be successful, man. It don't gotta hit Call of Duty.
I'm not disagreeing with that. He said number one, so I'm asking number one.
I'm saying I think it's going to be number one. Like when you look at the numbers from like because we're not going to be able to count like Fortnite's numbers prior to its release at that point. So I don't even know what metric we would really use. You know what I'm saying? But I just know. When we look back at it, man, factions is going to be. I think it's just going to be the one.
I hope so. For
Mads, dig in right now. I want you to dig in, Mads.
I'm gonna bring back to this. I'm gonna call back to this episode later on.
Dig in.
Flops. Listen, I don't think it's gonna flop because I don't think so. And like I said, I'm gonna play the game as well. I just think like even in the chat, a lot of people are saying like I don't know what you're talking about. Nobody cares about it. But anywho, okay. So when it comes to PlayStation, I wouldn't use the glowing terms that Strictly used, but do they get What grade do they get? They get an A. They get an A. They dropped God of War Ragnarok, which the people love. I can't wait to play the game myself. I haven't played it yet, but I will get to play the game because I love 2018, so I will play the game. And I'm looking forward to it. They dropped Horizon, which people love as well. They dropped The Last of Us remake, which I think The Last of Us is a fantastic game. I didn't think the remake was needed, but I think The Last of Us is a fantastic game. So, and if the game looks better, then what's wrong with that? I think that's awesome. So, yeah, they dropped a lot of awesome games this year.
That's
so
a nice PlayStation hoodie, by the way.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. I like PlayStation. Like a lot of people think I don't.
I'm messing with you. I just loved it because you just.
I just don't ride them as hard as some others do. But like I said, like to give credit where it's due, I think PlayStation deserves an A plus. In fact, I think it was a fantastic year for them. And when we move over to Nintendo, I think I'd give them a B. They dropped Xenoblade Chronicles 3. They dropped one of my favorite games of the year, Triangle Strategy. And I actually only got to playing Triangle Strategy like 6 weeks ago. So I was actually late to that. Pirated that. Sorry, Nintendo. Not sorry.
Bayonetta?
Didn't play that, but I know a lot of people enjoyed that. It got nominated for some awards at the game. So, and I think the Metacritic was pretty high on that as well. So, and they dropped Splatoon 3, the best multiplayer game of the year. They had a really good year. In fact, I might bump that up to an A minus. Honestly, I know you guys don't.
Splatoon 3 probably alone probably gets it.
Yeah,
I don't play it, man, but I know the multiplayer is heat. From people who play Nintendo. And my daughter plays Splatoon 3 though. So.
Yeah, like I know a lot of grown ass men our age and older who fuck with that game. Heavy.
So does BG, bro.
Yeah,
tell your daughter to add BG. Fucking.
So yeah, and like I said, I really enjoyed the Pokemon Arceus skin that you dropped earlier this year. So I you know what, Nintendo, I don't want to say A plus because I don't think they match Sony, but an A minus I think is a good score for them. And Xbox, I'm gonna give them a D. I would say F because if we're talking about first party output, obviously F. Period, straight up.
Yeah.
But I do think that they dropped like some awesome fire shit on Game Pass. So I want to give them at least a little bit of credit for that because they did drop Tunic on Game Pass, which I thought was heat. They did drop MLB The Show, which, like I said, was one of my favorite games this year. They dropped that on there. They dropped Persona 5 on there, which is an older game, but it's new to Xbox. So like I don't want to shit on them.
MLB should be
give them a straight up F, but they had no first party output. So yeah, absolutely. If we're talking about that, F, fucking F. In fact, incomplete because you ain't even show up.
Yeah, man.
So, but if I do want to give them a little bit of credit for a little bit of the Game Pass output. Also, they also dropped Plague Tale on Game Pass, so I think they deserve a little bit of credit on that. So I'm gonna give them a D. But if it wasn't for that, straight up F.
It's probably still gonna be an F because they're gonna they're probably not even gonna get Activision.
Yeah, and they taking L's and shit. They taking L's in court. They're getting sued. So
yeah, I mean, shit, anyway. But
why you do that?
Had to throw a little bit of shade.
Don't do that.
Go ahead, Blaze. What you say?
Listen, yeah, the Sony gets an A plus. Nev, you're a dirty Canadian. Yeah, Sony gets an A plus. Love you, Nev. Nintendo gets an A as well, bro. And Nintendo gets an A because Nintendo, whether I like their shit or not, they consistently put out games that do well all the fucking time. I it is what it is. I might not like their shit, but you know what? They put out consistently, and usually their games do very well. And just because I don't like it, that doesn't mean the majority, because Nintendo games clearly sell way more than PlayStation games. So I'm giving Nintendo an A as well, bro. It is what it is. Even though I'm not going to play none of them games. Maybe Bayonetta 3. And then Xbox gets a fucking F minus for a fucking failure to fucking release a fucking, like, it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Listen, I bought a Series X Halo edition. Love it. Beautiful console. Silent. Shit's powerful, right? All that. But, dude, you can't tell me, you fucking Xbox guys, you can't sit there with a straight face and tell me that you are content spending $500 on a console that has provided you absolutely nothing. Oh, Blaze, you got this is why you Xbox guys just fucking yell with this fucking band. Oh, Game Pass. Now I get it. Because y'all got nothing. You gotta yell
Yeah.
Game Pass. Game Pass is all you got because whatever Xbox decide, whatever deals Xbox is securing to get on Game Pass, that's all you guys get. It's fucking embarrassing, bro. Like this is the other thing. Don't fucking argue with me on Twitter anymore, you fucking bots. You guys got nothing. Like you're lucky some of these PlayStation guys argue with you, bro. You're lucky we give you a little bit of time to argue, bro. Because what are we arguing about? If we're talking about first party games, there's no argument.
There's no discussion, yeah.
You guys want to argue
literally.
about the suits. You guys want to argue about what Jim Ryan did last week and where he flew. You want to argue about what's behind Phil Spencer's fucking bookshelf and oh shit, there's a statue, so that might be the next come. Like, come on, bro. You guys are fucking lame, bro. That's the truth. And I fucking love my Xbox, bro. I do. I fucking listen. I'm looking forward to the next Gears. I have more time than Halo Infinite than you. Before you run your mouth, I beat that shit on Legendary. I got probably 200 hours online. That's not you can go look it up. It's just the fucking facts. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at the facts. Period.
Yeah, Xbox is trash.
Yeah, rest in peace. It was one of the worst years for Xbox, and honestly, I was gonna say in a long time, but not really. They've been having a lot of bad years, man. It's pretty bleak over there, to be honest. All they have is hope over there, to be honest, man.
Right. This is what Medja says is so fucking true. Oh, we're giving Xbox a F this year, and what about last year? And what about the year before? Like, what is Xbox done?
Last year was good.
What did they have last year?
They have Forza and Halo.
Yeah.
Last year was good, but 2020 was a wash.
I guess it was
This year
good.
was a
I guess
wash.
it was good. I guess it was good compared to what their standards are.
It's their best year in years. Last
Okay,
year.
2020, they released the Series X, correct?
Yeah, with nothing.
With nothing. Then they release follow-up with strong Forza, Halo, whatever. You might not like
They
it.
had Psychonauts 2 as well.
Psychonauts 2. You might not like that shit.
But that was a multiplayer, though, wasn't it?
That's true.
No.
That's true. But it's their game. I'll give them a little credit for it.
The point is they put out something. Right?
You're right, though.
They gave you guys something. And I liked Halo Infinite. No bullshit. I don't care what none of y'all say. I really liked Halo Infinite. I'll say that with a straight face. No bullshit.
You said it was your game of the year last year.
I did, but I might have been drunk on that podcast. But
you
listen,
had to be for saying some shit like that.
No,
he's really multiple times. Fuck you, Blaze. Don't backtrack now.
No, I'm not. Halo, listen, listen. Halo Infinite, when it comes to multiplayer, when it comes to everything about that, when it comes to really having gun battles and like aiming and shit, like Halo Infinite is the real deal. I'm not walking past that. I'm dead ass serious, bro.
It lacks content. That's the problem.
Exactly.
The gameplay was great.
But Meds, okay. Xbox as a whole, and I don't want to make this an Xbox thing, but I just did. Xbox, since the Xbox One, they've had hit or miss years. They've had recycled years. You know, whether Gears 4 and 5 were great, I like personally both those games.
But it's still Gears.
Yeah. It's like I don't want to see another Uncharted from Sony.
Right.
I don't want Uncharted can go away for the rest of this generation. Because that's what it really needs. I feel like Uncharted just came out. We were talking about this on I don't know where it was. Weapon Wheel. Somebody said it feels like Uncharted just came out. It really does though. Like Uncharted don't feel like
because we're fucking old.
And like when you look at that from that perspective, it just like, bro, they want to back up the money truck. They're fighting over this Activision thing. Honestly, give them this act. I almost say just give it to them. You want y'all want Call of Duty, take it, bro. Like I feel like you guys need whatever you guys can get, bro. You need all the listen next year, right? Because all we kept hearing is 2023. Next year. Okay, we gonna see. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, PlayStation is playing fucking chess right now, bro. They got their cards right here, bro. You think PlayStation ain't got nothing? That's what you think? You think PlayStation just got Spider-Man 2? Is that what you think? You think they got nothing else in development? You think it's just Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine trailer?
PlayStation got crazy.
They're holding their cards, bro. They're holding their cards. They're playing dumb. They're playing possum right now. That's what they're doing.
They're literally playing possum. They're like, look, man, if we wanted to put this out and shake the world, we can, but we're not. Like literally, if they literally could sit there and just be like, if we wanted to, you know what I'm saying? If we wanted to just literally be trending on Twitter, we could just drop this little bit of information right here. Like,
and why don't you think they're showing their cards strictly?
I mean, they don't need to. The PS5s
I
are
was just
really
gonna
just
say the
now.
same thing.
Yeah, they don't need to, man. The competition isn't doing anything to make you show your hand. And I mean, they're waiting. Their PSAs are finally, being more readily available. So, that plays a factor too. Hence why we're seeing more news on Spider-Man 2 and shit like that. But again, when your competition isn't doing anything, man, I mean, you could do the bare minimum. You could do the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna look a lot better than what it is. So
yeah, and listen to what you guys just said. You guys think that Sony don't got nothing? You guys have faith, but why do you guys have faith? Even though they show them nothing,
From
because they've
consistency,
proven
bro.
it in the past.
Exactly.
Because they've proven it in the past. Why do we think Xbox got nothing? Because they've proven that they got nothing in the past. So, like he said, why do you need to do anything if your opponent's not doing nothing? If we having a fight, right? We're having a boxing match, and then 1 round you throw 0 punches. All I need to do to win the round is throw 1 punch.
And that's a fact.
Like, what does Sony have to show you, bro? You know they got something because they've always had something.
You kind of peeped earlier this year, like you remember when there was that little like about a 2-month time frame to where people was really complaining that PlayStation, their marketing was terrible. They weren't being not transparent, but they weren't giving any information on anything. And people were just waiting for any type of information they was willing to give. They'll give you a little bit of information,
right?
And all of it, just out of nowhere, just PlayStation trending.
Honestly, so can I be real with both of y'all?
Yeah.
When it comes to can we be real to the game right now? When it comes to diversity in playing games, you guys take an L to me, bro. Both of you.
I think so, yeah. Me right personally, yeah. I don't know about straight, but me, yeah.
Motherfuckers want to call me the fanboy, but I'm the one buying Xboxes and playing all their games in the exclusives, not missing none of them. Strictly ain't playing Gears of War or Halo. No offense, he ain't.
Yeah, I'm not.
And Meds ain't playing God of War, and he ain't playing fucking Horizon Forbidden West. He ain't.
I haven't played PlayStation since 2018.
So I'm just saying, who's the fanboy, bro? I don't know why. Because I like the company that's provided me the best experience I can get.
Oh no, man! Listen, right? I think most people that say they're fanboys, man, or it just be the irony because they don't hold their preferred publisher and developers accountable. You know what I'm saying? And they call you the fanboy, or they just ignore like anytime you kind of disagree with what PlayStation goes on or whatever it may be. I mean, because remember, they used to call me a fanboy. I went to PC. You know what I'm saying? And you see,
now you're a traitor, Strick.
No, but check this. I just get done. I'm praising PlayStation the whole damn show.
Nah, he was. So you know
what I'm saying. So, but they still gonna call me a fanboy regardless. But that's if you gonna look, man. If you're passionate about something, I mean, you gonna voice your opinion on it, man. If it's making you happy, simple as that. So people they can call you fanboys all you want, man.
People want you to say nothing but positive things. They want you to say nothing but positivity.
That's it.
And you could be a big fan. You could play all the games. You can have more trophies than them. But if you don't fucking have nothing but positivity to say, then you're not on the team. You're not, bro. I feel like those people are the worst kind of fanboys, honestly. Because if you are a Sony guy or any kind of guy, you should always criticize the shit that you love the most because you want them to keep giving you good things. Like you said, what's going on with Xbox, bro? Who's to blame? The bots, because they have nothing but positivity to say. If you actually held these people's feet to the fire, maybe they give you some fucking games to play.
Exactly.
And you know what? Like where are we on every day?
Discord.
What platform do we play every day?
PC. We play PC.
Strictly, what platform do we play every day?
PC, sure.
We're on PC every day. Like people, and I see this all the time, and I'm bringing this up, but people call Strictly a fanboy. Strictly had the worst name when it comes to being a fanboy. Like he was one-sided. Strictly so far past that, like Strictly from 2 years ago to now is a completely different person in terms of console perspective. I'm not talking about as a man. He's always been the same guy, stand-up guy, as far as I know, bro. But I'm talking about as a console perspective, Strictly's gone from fucking PlayStation to, listen, I'm playing wherever my game plays the best. That's it. If my game performs the best and looks the best, that's where I'm fucking playing, bro. That's it. Like, y'all want to get mad at us, like, for jumping around. Listen, we want you, bro. I want to play my games where they play the best.
Bro, we serve one master, and that's us. That's us. We don't fucking serve PlayStation. We don't serve Xbox. Blaze plays on fucking PC all day, every day. If you look at his Elden Ring hours, he played like almost 600 hours. And where was it? On PlayStation, because the PC version wasn't up to snuff. So he played it on PlayStation. He's not gonna play it on PC just because, oh, I'm a PC guy. I'm gonna play it on PC. Even though that's not how this works. We're gonna play the shit. We're gonna play the shit where it's the best. And if it's on PlayStation where it's the best, that's what we're gonna do.
It's simple as that, man. I mean, I got like, bro, listen, I got COD on my PC. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I got like 4 days in COD. I mean, so look, listen, that all my Need for Speed hours is on PC. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you right now, bro, that's what 2448. So that's what 96. I mean, bro, I'm already at like almost 150 out, 160, like 160 hours, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it was really, I stay on my PC. You know what I'm saying? But that's where COD plays the best for me. That's where Need for Speed played the best. You know what I'm saying? And I'll play Callisto on PlayStation because it played the best on PlayStation. Right.
Can we give PC some love?
So like,
I want to give PC some love because we went over the consoles A, B, C, D, F. But how about what the fuck you do when you get up, right? You brush your teeth, you finger pop your girl, you cream pie or whatever. You know what I mean? And what do? You go sit at listen. The PC is just the all-around experience, bro. You boot up your PC. I click Discord. Oh, Strick in the Discord with Meds. Oh, I'm gonna pull up. Boom. You know what I mean? Then I put a video here. I can watch a podcast here. I can be playing a game here, bro. It's a different type of experience, bro. It's all in one box, bro.
And your day go by so fast in Discord.
So fast. You lose the hours on Discord, bro.
Bro, we hop in Discord at like 9 o'clock, bro, and it's 2:30 so fast. Like you legit look at the clock, like it's 2:30 for real,
bro. I'm with Strictly more than my fucking girlfriend, bro. People be like, oh, some people like, yo, where's you ain't fucking with Strictly no more. I'm like, why you say that? Oh, I haven't seen him on the podcast. I'm like, bro, I'm with this motherfucker every morning, bro. Every morning. I know what Strictly. Listen, Strictly has a tea in the morning, right? And then he works out. Like I know what he does, bro. Like he knows me. Yo, he Strictly be checking in on me at 6 a.m, bro. Cause he know I'm coming. He knows I'm coming from work. He just like we know each other's schedules, bro. Listen, bro.
Facts.
PC gaming. It gets a lot of hate. It gets a lot of you're rigged, like all this shit. But bro,
Dank Nate, what up?
Yo, Dank Nate, by the way, what a great guy, bro. Shout out to Dank Nate. Shout out to everybody in the chat.
Facts.
But
yeah. Let me address these super chats real quick, and then we'll get right back on that. We got 2 from Prisoner. Thoughts on High on Life? I haven't played it, brother. What you guys say?
Have you played it, Strick?
No,
I have played it. I didn't plan to play it, but then I was in Kofi's Discord, and he's like, "Oh, this game's coming out at 7." I'm like, "All right, you know what?" Because listen, if that dialogue, you're either gonna laugh at it or you're gonna cringe at it. That's it. That's how I look at it. It's the humor in it is either gonna make you laugh or you're gonna be like, "Dude, oh, this is horrible." You know what I mean? So depending on what you tolerate or what you think is funny. That alone is going to get you the game. Yeah, because the world is cool, the art style is cool, right? It's different and unique. But I'll give this game I'll give it a big A+ for this and only this. When it comes to pushing the envelope, believe it or not, that game has some of the most edgy shit. And I don't want to call it edgy, but for video games, it's edgy shit. The first I meet this character, she's sniffing coke off this thing. She's like,
oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
you want to hit her this? Like, oh no, and she goes. It's just like, damn, like they throw in the game because it's like maybe parents get confused. They see a cartoon gun and shit like, and they buy this shit for their son, but motherfuckers are sniffing coke the first 5 minutes of the game. I'm like, what the fuck? And you're shooting babies or whatever. It's just I commend them for not giving a fuck and making the game they wanted to make. That's what I'll give them credit for. They made the game they wanted to make. Whether it's good or not, I don't know. I only have 2 hours in that shit. I can't really judge it. I don't think it's for me personally, but I commend them on pushing the envelope. That's what I watched
Strat play for like 2-3 hours, and it looks cool. Honestly, it looks okay. I think I'll play it and I might enjoy it, but I expected. It's not what I expected. Like the game looks like there's like a lot of platforming in it, and I'm not a fan of 3D platforming, especially platforming in first person. I'm not into that at all. So we'll see. I'm not super high on it. No pun intended. Last thing, real quick. John, member for 13 months. What's up, SolidCast panel and chat? That thumbnail is fire. Merry Christmas to everyone, and hope y'all having a great day. Thanks a lot.
And I want to say this about the thumbnail. Yeah, I know. I made that shit in about 5 minutes. That thumbnail you see, that beautiful thumbnail.
Right before the show.
Right before the show, I made that shit. Come on, baby. Nah, but I can't really lie because he's in the chat. Listen, my guy Prisoner, he made the guy Prisoner in the chat. I think you can follow him on Twitter. I think his name is Glitter fucking Rick. I forgot. Prisoner, don't be mad at me. But anyway,
post it in the chat, Prisoner.
Yeah, post it. The dude is incredible at thumbnail. He made the thumbnail. You remember the picture of Solid Rev and his son with God of War, Kratos in the trays? That shit went viral everywhere. He made that shit. He is incredible at thumbnail. So he's like, oh, Blaze, here's this thumbnail. It's better. I'm like, yeah, it's better. I'm like, he's like, just use this. I'm like, bro, I don't want to bother you. Listen, the last thing I'm gonna do is DM you and to ask you to make me a thumbnail, last minute type shit. I'm not doing that. But the fact that he does it, I told him I'll pay him. I said, listen, I'll pay you monthly, weekly, whatever you want to do. But the guy's always been dope. He's always made funny thumbnails. He made some shitty ones too. You know what I mean? Highlighting a certain part of my body. But he's a good guy, bro. And I appreciate you. So he made the thumbnail, not me. I can't take the credit.
I'll stream more if he do my thumbnails.
There you go. You want that strictly content? Prisoner, hit his DMs.
Facts. Shout out to Prisoner, though.
Back to the PC Love Fest. Now back to the PC Love Fest. Blaze, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, did PC have a good year? Because honestly, what we're talking about is really first party output. PC doesn't have a first party output.
I'm actually about to get off soon, but
all right. Oh, say your piece, Strict, before you go.
No, you good, man. I'll say it for a couple more minutes. You good.
Basically, PC is the best. Always been the best, and I don't have to say it every year for people to know that.
But the best. What do you say to the people and Strictly? What do you say to the people and say, how can PC be the best when it gives you nothing? When people say what's the on
console?
I know, but when all right, but I'm just playing devil's advocate, bro. You know I'm with y'all. But when they say what's the last PC exclusive you guys got? Like, really, what is it?
I think that's a very close-minded way to think about things.
I was literally about to say that was just that's a dumb comment. That's an ignorant comment.
But you hear that dumb shit. You do.
Yeah. Fact. But and we just obviously we choose just not to respond because again it's ignorance. It's because they're in. To be fair, I've even done this at times when talking about PC. In the past, like you're speaking on something that you don't fully understand. It's not just about the gaming experience. Yeah, like that's probably the main reason we have it, but it's the Discord. It's the being in Discord, watching YouTube and playing the game all at the same time, flawlessly, like all of those things. You know what I'm saying? And again, like when I look back at it, before in January of this year, I was straight console on PlayStation all the time, never on my PC, and I had my PC already. You know what I'm saying? But it's more than just really gaming. You know what I'm saying? I spend most of my time in Discord with my friends throughout the day, and that makes your day go by so fast.
Strictly, can I ask you what was it? What game was it that made you click? Like, what was it? You know what I mean? Because it's always something that makes you click. Like, damn. Like for me, just quickly, I played The Witcher 3, maxed out with some mods. It was over for me.
For me, it was it was Need for Speed Heat Unite. The Unite mod.
Oh my god.
The Unite 3.0 mod was amazing. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, yo, like this is what the fuck, these people be like, this shit look crazy. You know what I'm saying? And so, I'm playing that, you know what I'm saying? And to be honest, it's not even a specific game. It's really just a mindset. You got to be open to it. Like you genuinely got to be open to it. You got to be like, like I know I play here, but let me really take away like my, past experiences. And let me just try something and see how I like it, whatever. And so again, man, the mods, and now I'm looking like I was already hyped for GTA 6, obviously, but it's like, damn, dog, like I'm gonna be able to play GTA 6 on a 4090 with mods, bro. And it's gonna be online. And I knew nothing about like online at that point. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, to answer that question, Heat Unite 3.0 for the mods, and I'll say COD. Multiplayer, just how smooth it is on PCs.
The FOV for the first time. You experienced an FOV for the first time, right? Because I don't think 2019 had it, did they?
Nah, but Vanguard and Cold War had it.
They had it.
You know what I'm saying? But it's not just the FOV. It's me. I'll be playing at 120 FOV. You know, with at 200 frames per second in Warzone 2. Like it's on an ultra wide.
They don't know nothing about that,
and
bro.
ultra wide. That's such a huge advantage right there.
Yeah, man. So it's kind of crazy. So I just be like, man, look, that's just where I be at.
Yeah,
I mean, it's simple as that.
What was it? So Meds, if you guys don't know, Meds really used to really. I used
to be a pony.
Yeah, he used to really like deep throat PlayStation. Like he had Vitas and everything. But what was it for you, Meds? What clicked for you?
Well, I switched to PC 7 years ago at this point, and honestly, it was just playing games at 60 frames per second, bro. That's literally what happened. And not even 60, even above 60, because as soon as I built my first PC, I was playing at 90, 120 frames per second right away. And going to over 100 from 30 was insane. I never wanted to go back. And like you said, Discord makes a huge difference. Being able to multitask, multi-monitor makes a huge difference. The freedom of games that, like, on PC, like, people want to talk about, oh, this exclusive. Bro, PC has a ton of exclusives, and are they the utmost highest AAA quality? No, they're pretty much none of them are. But for the most part, you get every indie game first on PC. If not, there's a lot of games that drop first on PC, and then they come on console.
That's a fact.
The day before is one of them, I believe. That's coming.
Yeah,
to PC first.
you get and even some games that you guys don't think about at all because you're on console, but they're enormous on PC. Games like Valorant, games like CS:GO, games like
still going crazy.
Games like Arma, games like what's that game that BG and them played? Ready or Not.
Yeah.
Like, all these games, they're only on Escape from Tarkov. Like, you don't think about these games ever because you're not on PC, but these games are enormous.
Bro, CS:GO is fucking enormous, bro. Like, CS:GO, like, bro.
I gotta be
crazy. I don't even play it.
All right, Strick, brother. Thanks for coming by, my man.
Yeah, you already know.
In the morning, bro. You already know, bro.
Yes, sir, man. Holla at me. You know we be on some Need for Speed and some Warzone too. You know the
Yes,
vibes.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Can't wait to smoke. Can't wait to. You already know, man. Smoke you guys know.
Yeah, well, once I got that glitch, you ain't been the same, dog.
Hey, I have it. I just been winning. I just play. I quit. All right, man. Y'all be easy, man. All right, chat, yeah.
See you, bro.
Yo, shout out to Strick, man, for pulling up.
Shout out to Strick, bro.
But yeah, dude, it's so many things. Like you said, ultra wide. It's multi-monitor support.
Multi-monitor
there's mods.
A big one. Multi-monitor is a big one, bro. I can never go back to having one monitor. I can't do it. If you guys are on PC with one monitor, bro, I'm not saying you gotta have your second monitor. Don't gotta be expensive, bro. It don't gotta be the best.
It could be whatever.
It's literally a fucking multitask monitor. Like, whatever you gotta throw at that bitch at that moment, like your game, your video, your fucking Discord up, whatever. It don't gotta be the best monitor, but once you go from having 2 monitors, 3 monitors, whatever, but at least 2 monitors,
you can't go back.
You can never go back ever. Period.
The beginning of the podcast, for the first 45 minutes, I was watching the UFC on the second monitor.
Facts.
That's why, like, I don't know, maybe somebody noticed, but I was like, oh, like, I was watching fights on the other monitor while I'm over here talking to you and Strictly. Like, there's so many things that you can do on this thing.
Don't do that again, man. Never mind.
If you're gonna do the podcast on Saturdays, I gotta watch the fights on the side.
I feel you.
But yeah, it's just, it offers so much freedom. Honestly, that's really the key. Freedom.
Exactly.
And, bro, freedom to the point where if I want to play a game, I can play it right away. I don't even have to buy it. There you go. So
nah, this is great, bro. I wanted to give PC a little love, man, because we never really, well, we talk about it. And I know you listen, if you guys are console guys, or like right now, if you guys have a PlayStation or only an Xbox, and I know you probably get sick of this talk, like, man, shut the fuck up with your fucking rig and shit, right?
That's why we don't talk about it, because people get like that.
I know Jack moved Johnny eating his fucking 3 different bags of Doritos in front of him, getting all pissed off and shit. But Jack, you know what time it is, bro. You got a gaming laptop. Like, just take the step, Jack. Like, there's certain people out there that are afraid. They think PC gaming is this big investment. You know what I mean? Like, listen, yeah, you're going to spend a little bit of money, but I promise you, it'll be so worth it at the end, bro. It'll be so worth it. I
agree. And if you don't like it, Stay on your console. I don't care. I never try to convince people to play on PC. If you don't like PC, if you don't want to come over, stay over there. I don't need you here.
Wait, Rev. So you're calling people lames for playing High on Life, but you're about to stream it. And I want to make an announcement too. Solid Rev is literally disowned me. I got the scariest text from Solid Rev last week. It broke my heart, Rev. It really does. I don't even know if I should tell him, Rev. It broke my heart, bro. It really did. Solid Rev and me, come January 1st, will no longer be game
What?
sharing.
I was gonna say game sharing. Why?
Yeah.
Because he buys all the games.
No, bullshit. You just started. Come on, Rev. Anyway, listen. Well,
What
listen,
happened? What happened? Spill the
nothing,
beans.
Nothing happened. Listen,
Spill the pasta sauce.
he's being a good dad and buying his son a PS5, and
so he's game sharing with the kid.
it makes no sense for him to rebuy all these games when he can just literally turn on the lights and voila. Even though his son probably ain't gonna play half of them games, but just know, Rev, I bought my son a PS5 too, and we still game share. Never mind. Anyway, Meds, you got anything to say, brother? Anything you want to close the show off, close the year off with, Meds? It's been a great conversation, by the way.
I think it's been a really good year in terms of gaming, in terms of the gaming community. I want to thank everyone who pulled up throughout the whole show. This is the year that we kind of got into a rhythm with the SolidCast, because when you brought it back, you were missing weeks a lot here and there. I think this year,
bi-weekly, right?
True, but I think you're building something really good here, and
Meds,
yeah.
can I come on top of that pause? Shout out to Meds, bro. Meds is doing a lot behind the scenes for me, bro. Like if you see whatever on iTunes, Spotify, that's all Meds behind the scenes. He's getting the video, converting the video file to audio, then getting that audio file, put it to whatever website he's using. It's not important. And he's taking a lot of time out of his time to make sure that you guys have the content. Because a lot of people, I don't know in the chat, but I swear every other episode I was seeing Blaze, are you going to upload this to iTunes? Are you going to put this to Google Play or Spotify, whatever? I kept seeing that. Wasn't many of you, but it was enough for you to keep it in my mind. So when mentioned, hey, I can do this, Blaze, I can put this on iTunes for you if you want. I said, Meds, bro, do it. Let's do it. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that, Meds. No doubt. Absolutely appreciate that. And yeah, thumbnails fire. Thank Prisoner in the chat.
But yeah, man, thanks for everybody, man. A lot of people have flourished this year. A lot of people have gone and done amazing things. I met Strat this year. I met John the Don this year. I met Kofi this year. I met a bunch of the friends that I hung out with on Discord for years. I met them in real life this year. That was amazing. And freaking my friend Erica had a baby this year. Alex blew up his YouTube. Now he's up on 35K subs. Like, a lot of my people are winning this year, and I just love seeing it. Solid Rev is winning this year, even though he doesn't think he's winning ever, but I think he's winning. Everybody's doing great, man, and I love to see it, and I'm happy and proud of all of you guys.
What do you think what Rev has to say in the chat? He said, Meds, ? Man is unstable. LOL. You my guy. Meds, but you ain't gonna stick with this. Blaze has done good though.
We'll stick with what exactly? Uploading the podcast is a 5-minute endeavor. I'm gonna do it right as soon as this is over.
Listen, Meds is just like, people want Solid Rev on every show. Hell, I want Solid Rev on every show. But I understand people got their own life and their own problems, their own family, and their own, all that. And the same thing with Meds. Meds, I want him on every show, but I understand Meds, there's going to be weekends or days where he can't make it, and that's okay. But when Rev can show up, when Meds can show up, bro, I appreciate that shit. I'm not just saying that. I really appreciate that shit. You know what I mean? So I just want to say, as a year, listen, man, there's been times where I haven't wanted to do the show. Like, I'm not feeling like right now. I was going to come on here and tell you that a couple guys from EA and Criterion Games from EA Sports has left, I was going to come up and tell you that Assassin's Creed Mirage released a trailer that was resembled, the first Assassin's Creed. A bunch of nothing, really. A bunch of, just bullshit topics. And that's why I got people like Meds around me, or Rev, or right. Meds comes up and say, Blaze.
Yeah, Blaze mentioned the topics, and I said, Blaze, them topics is bullshit. Let's just recap 2022.
Boom.
He said, great idea. Let's do it.
That's it. And this is why you surround yourself. Like, I'm telling you, man, Meds is built for this shit, bro. He's good. Like, I listen, me and Meds, listen, you already know me and Rev can do a podcast with eyes closed. Me and Meds is the same way. Meds is super. He thinks fast. He's on his feet. Me and him flow well. We have good chemistry. It's really light work, bro. It's nothing, bro. It's like Discord chatter, for real. But I just want to thank everybody, seriously, every single fucking last member. I want to thank you, swear to God. Everybody that's donated $1, I want to thank you. Anybody that's showed up to the chat, I want to thank you. It's been a cool year. I appreciate you. I'll continue to push the podcast forward the best of my ability. I know I fuck up sometimes. I know I say stupid shit sometimes. Sometimes it is what it is. But you guys have shown a lot of support for me in terms of just showing up to the podcast. You showed a lot of support in buying mugs and hats. Not hats. I don't have hats, but shirts and sweatshirts and all that shit. All that shit that comes with it. I appreciate it. That's all I want to say with that. Meds.
Blaze, before we get out of here.
Yeah.
We got a couple things from the people.
Yeah.
King Kiso became a member for 3 months.
Wow.
He says, shout out to y'all boys, some of the realest in the game. Shout out to you, my man.
Kiso's the realest, bro. I love Kiso, bro.
Absolutely. And then we have a donation, a $20 donation from Aaron Harrington. Just dropping a drive-by blessing, Blaze. This podcast gets me through some tough days at work.
I appreciate he dropped 20. Wow. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you so much, man. For real. I appreciate that, bro. I feel like that's a new face.
Yeah. I don't see that name a lot.
I don't see that name a lot, so I appreciate the fuck out of that, bro. Thank you so much. Rev, what did Rev say? Rev, Meds got great charisma, but absolute garbage taste in games. It's so, man, just so true. You can't even get mad at that. It's so facts, bro. I mean, listen, you like what you like, Meds. You like what you like, bro.
No, yeah. I think Rev likes awful. He bought Callisto Protocol 3 times. Are we really having this conversation? But it's all good. I even though I don't like his taste in games, it's his. I'm not gonna tell you how your food tastes. So whatever you like it, and same with me, man. You didn't see me mentioning Stray and my top 5 games of the year, did you? Solid Rev. All right. Thank you. All right.
Game of the year, Callisto, baby. You already know, Rev.
And the show play. Tell the people what's up.
Listen, we out of here. Catch the show on Spotify, iTunes, and Google Play. Give us some time. Give us maybe a couple days. I don't know. It depends on the speed of Meds and.
No. The podcast is going to be uploaded tonight. It's going to be uploaded tonight.
Sweet.
Yeah.
There you go. You heard it from him. So again, thank you. We'll see you in 2023. Meds, if you got anything to say, close it out, and we out of here.
Thank you for everything in 2022, and hopefully 2023 is fire. Like I mentioned earlier in the show, if you want to be a part of the show, drop us an email at thesolidcast@gmail.com. And that's it, baby.
Absolutely. Have a great Christmas and a happy New Year, you pricks.